Hello everyone, it's Barbecue. How are you doing? She's back and cooking in her kitchen in Maine again. I'm so glad. Right. Woo! So today, I've been told I don't do enough of this, so I'm going to do it. So dress by some company I bought like 12 years ago. Earrings by Mark Wentworth. Earrings, which are stunning. Earrings and matching rings. Hair by me, makeup by me, everything else by me. So there. Alright, so tonight's going to be a really easy dinner. This is something you want to do like if you're having an anniversary or it's a very special dinner because it's salmon, but it's very easy. It's vegetarian. It's not vegan, but it is vegetarian. And there's only 5 ingredients. That's it. Super easy. So I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. And what we are making something called Salmon de Pappillote? Salmon de Pappillote. I know I'm saying that incorrectly. Essentially, what it breaks down to is salmon and parchment paper. So the ingredients are simple. Asparagus, lemon, dill, and salmon. I'm going to take my rings off because I'm going to have to take the skin off the salmon, and I don't want to get this. I don't want fish in my new rings, so I'm going to take my rings off. So we're going to start with this, and I'm going to bring it down here so you can see my prep. So I'm going to pull out my little cutting board here. Sorry, you're going to get all my boob smack here. So I'm going to start with my salmon. What I have here is 2 pieces of parchment paper. They're about, 24 inches long by however long regular parchment paper is. That's it. So what we're going to do first, actually, is we're going to take our asparagus, and I'm not going to use all this. If I was doing dinner for 4, I would use all of this, but I'm only doing dinner for 2, so I'm going to use about half. And the thing about asparagus, in something like this, you want the really skinny asparagus. You don't want the really big asparagus. And you just want to line it up. Take your knife and cut about, on this I can look and see I'm going to need to cut off about 2 inches. Hi. I'm under the cabinet. So we're going to cut off about 2 inches, and that's what we're going to get rid of. And this is what we're going to lay the salmon on. So I'm going to split this in half, and I'm going to take my 2 pieces of parchment paper, and right in the center, I'm going to lay out my asparagus. Can't be any easier than that, right? Here's your asparagus. So, and if you're just joining me, salmon and Pappillote, I think is what it's called. It's what I'm making.
Salmon and parchment, yes. Which is
salmon and parchment. And Jerry's back here helping me today.
Hello.
He said hello. I'm so excited to see y'all. It's been such a long time since I've been in P-Town helping out a friend in a restaurant, so I haven't been able to be up here cooking with y'all. So I'm excited to be back. So I'm going to take the other half of this that I did not cut. I'm going to put this away for dinner tomorrow. I might make like asparagus risotto or something like that tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be good.
So with that on the side.
I like that.
You do like that. So we've got our asparagus all laid out. Hey Miranda! Hi Jackie! Can I tell you, Jackie, I told Ben every single day I saw him, I was like, you tell Jackie I'll be back on this date and we will do this again. I miss you so much, sweetie. And congratulations for the girls. I know they're going to school now, high school now. Congratulations. So, here we have a really nice piece of salmon.
Yeah, I picked a good one.
So, and the thing with salmon, the one thing you don't want is, see how it goes down to this thin piece here? You don't want this in this. So we're going to cut this thin side off. We'll use that for something else, to make like sandwiches or something tomorrow. So we're going to take that piece off. And then we have this beautiful piece. This is about a half a pound, and it's this beautiful piece of salmon. And I'm just going to cut it in half. Like that. Now, in this recipe, we don't want the skin. And I don't think I should have put nails on for this. Because trying to get the skin off with the nails is not going to be fun. So essentially, you're just going to go in, and you're going to make a cut right at the corner, like such. And then you're going to take your knife. I'm going to put this over here for a minute. You're going to take your knife, slide it underneath, hold on to the skin, and with your knife at an angle downward. You're most welcome, honey. The knife downward, you're just going to slide it like this, against the skin. And what's going to happen is it's going to take the skin off, and you can leave all the fish. See? So we're going to take this salmon and we're going to place it right on top of this asparagus. Like I said, this cannot be any easier. Salmon skin, trash. If you want, you could always fry the salmon skin. I know people who do that and eat it. I'm not one of them.
Or boil it and make a stock and have fish chowder.
Yes, you could boil it, make a stock. You could do any of those things. So again, I'm going to take my corner of my knife, go in at the corner here, and then start it. Grab hold of the skin, hold my knife down at an angle, and go against the skin with my knife. And I'm just going to cut against the skin. And again, see? Skin comes right off. No salmon's on there. And this piece of salmon is going to go on the next bit. So there's that. I'm going to wash my hands because fish hands are not good. So I got my pump here. And like I said, this piece here is going to get put away until tomorrow. And I will make a sandwich or something with that. So I'm going to put that right back into the paper. And that's going to go there. All right. So we've got our salmon. I'm going to grab a new cutting board. I'm going to wash my knife. I know I still have dishwashing liquid on here. Good. And then I'm going to take a lemon. And this is how ridiculously easy this is. I'm going to take my lemon. Make sure you don't... And I found out something. So... here's something really neat. These little things that are on lemons and oranges and apples, if you accidentally eat these, they are actually biodegradable. I was unaware of that. I thought they were plastic. They are not. They are biodegradable. So if you eat one, you don't have to freak out. Because I have fed Jerry many of these things while I was cooking. So I'm just going to cut this super thin. Like, so that you can pretty much see through it. Like, that's how thin. And I'm going to place 2 slices on each of the salmon. So 1 on that one, 2, 1. Oh, that one was bad. And if you screw up, that's okay. It's cooking. It's not brain surgery. So we're going to cut one more piece. There we go. 1, 2. That's for this next piece of salmon. So this is what it looks like so far. Asparagus, salmon, lemon. Asparagus, salmon, lemon. Super easy. Can't be any easier than that. So what we're going to do next is dry our hands and grab some dill. Just basic dill. And let me tell you, oh my god. So yesterday when I was deciding to do this, I hadn't thought about the fact that it's summertime and everyone's going to be doing everything outside and using dill for everything. Or that the fish counters close at 7. So at 8 o'clock when we went shopping, because Jerry works until 5:30, and then we decided to run a couple errands beforehand, when we got to the fishmongers, they had closed everything. So 4 grocery stores later, we finally find everything. And I'm like, girl, that was a lot. And so here's an interesting fact too. So on herbs, a lot of the flavor of herbs are actually in the stems. Especially like cilantro, parsley, dill. So I don't throw away those stems. What I will do is at some point I will take all the stems that I have from my herbs from the week or the week before, and I'll slowly put them in oil in a pot and just slowly raise the heat for about 20-25 minutes. You don't want to cook them till they're brown, but you want to get all the extracted flavor out of it. Hey, Abby Cummings. You want to extract all the flavor out of the stems. Then you get this really beautiful herby oil that you can use for salad dressings. You can use it for like a drizzle on fish like this. Stuff like that. Okay, so we have our asparagus, we have our fish, we have 2 pieces of lemon, and we have our dill. That's pretty much it. You could add some salt on here if you wanted to. I'm trying to keep it super low cal, no cholesterol, and all that stuff. So instead of adding salt, I'm going to take this last piece of lemon, and I'm just going to squeeze over the whole thing. I'm going to squeeze some on this piece here, and I'm going to squeeze some on this piece here. And I've done this before, and when I was folding up the paper, I've actually added a little bit of white wine to this. You can add, I'm going to add 2 pats of butter on top of the dill. This way when it cooks, the butter will go down through and the lemon juice and all that will deliciously steam together. So I'm going to take the leftover butter from my corn yesterday, my herbed corn, and I'm just going to stick 1 giant pat here and 1 giant pat right here. And that's it. That's all the ingredients in this whole thing. See how easy that is? The hard part is wrapping the sucker up. So I did it, actually I did it backwards, I think. I did it this way. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. So when you come over, you're gonna just, I'll show you. You're gonna pick it up like a grinder. So I rearranged it because I did it wrong the first time. So I put it this way. And you want to center it in the center of the whole thing. Pick up the 2 pieces of paper. Roll it down. And then take this end. Roll it in. And take this end. And roll it in. It's a little hard to do with nails, but you can do it. And then we're going to take this and just stick it on a sheet pan. And that's it. So again, I'm going to turn this way. Make sure it's all even. Roll my ends. And I've seen people do it in a whole bunch of different ways, but this is how I just have been taught. And then take this end, roll it up and in. This end, roll it up and in. You could take and roll it under if you needed to, but I've been taught to do it this way. And then we're going to stick this in a 400-degree oven, and we're going to put that in there for 15 minutes. So it beeps. It's all set. Set the timer for 15 minutes. There we go. And I'm just going to give this a quick wipe down. Yes. So, and I was looking online to see what I would do as a side. So you could do this with rice. You could do this with mashed potatoes. You could do this. I actually thought about doing it with a parsnip puree. It would be delicious with. Today we're just going to do a quick minute rice microwave in like 90 seconds. That's it. Because I want this to be very low cal and very cholesterol friendly. So I have in here, because I cheat all the time, I have in the back of my cabinet, if I can get it out. Yes, Jerry's over there telling me what I got in my cabinets. I have this stuff. It's the Minute Maid cilantro lime rice. I know it's backward on there. 90 seconds, and you have awesome rice.
So tell people they gotta watch the Dollar Tree because you can find them
yes.
there.
So the Dollar Tree
was the first place
we ever found these. They have it at Walmart. We found it at Walmart, and just recently, Dollar Tree has a black bean Mexican style rice that comes from this, and it's like this whole thing is only 370 calories. It's BPA friendly, gluten free. There's 0 cholesterol.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Larry Hendricks. Hi, sweetie. Jerry says hi too. So that's very low cholesterol. And so in addition to the rice, I'm gonna take the when it's done, I'll take the paper out. We'll open them up so you can see it, and then we'll take the whole thing out and put it on rice. And then I have these. These are chive flowers. These ones are slightly dry because my chives have almost passed, but they still have a very good taste of onion, and they're totally edible. So when your chives bloom, you have those little tiny purple round circles. Pick them off, let them dry a little bit, and then you can use them to put on top as a decoration, and that's how you plate. So this is literally maybe a 25-minute meal. And the end result is extremely spectacular. You get to pull it out, put it on a plate, open it up, it goes poof, and then the person you're giving it to gets this all excited because you've made them this very special dinner. And I'm having a hard time breathing because it's hot in here. Excuse me while I turn on the fan. Like, good Lord, it's hot in here. So Jerry, is there any history behind the salmon and Pappillote?
Pappillote.
The salmon and Pappillote.
It's salmon baked in paper. That's what we're gonna call it.
Essentially, yeah, it's salmon baked in paper. What is the history behind that? I'm gonna let him tell you.
I was gonna say you're supposed to ask me to prepare information.
Well, we didn't have a chance to do that.
So do you even know where it comes from?
It's from France, right?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is a French dish. I'm 95% sure. But Jerry's gonna look it up right now to see the history of where it comes from because he's my good Judy, and that's what he does. Aren't these earrings fabulous? Oh my God, I've been playing with these for like a day and a half. Today I was sweeping the floor, and I was just super glued them on, and was like, dee. That's why I still have them on. I was like,
yes, thank you, Mark Wentworth.
Yeah, thank you, Mark Wentworth. These are, and I'm gonna tag him at the end of this because these are everything in a bag of chips. Hey, Amaryllis, how are you doing, honey? I think you got married today, or in a relationship today. I saw that.
So, one of the interesting things I'm finding for the recipe is you can also do a lemon dill compound butter to
put on top
it with. How do you make compound butter?
Okay.
Tell the people
So,
about a compound butter.
All a compound butter is, Jerry's saying you can serve this with a lemon dill compound butter. So all a compound butter is just butter. And you take other ingredients and add it to it. That's all a compound butter is. You take a bowl, you add a little bit of lemon juice, you chop some dill, you put it in, you mix it together, you put it in plastic wrap, and you roll it, and then you twist the ends till it makes a tube, and then you stick the tube in the freezer, and what that'll do is it'll harden the butter and the ingredients inside the butter, and then you slice off little rounds, and that's what compound butter is. One of the restaurants I used to go to all the time had a wonderful honey compound butter, and they served these fresh rolls with a honey butter, and it was fantastic. But that's all compound butter is. It's a butter with any other ingredient added to it. So they're trying to make it sound special, but it's really not.
Well, it is special because it's good flavor.
Yeah, well,
yeah. So.
And like ramp butter too. So up here, we have something called ramps. They're wild onions. And a lot of restaurants in P-Town, actually, whipped butter is great for making... Yes, Larry, yes, absolutely. Up here, we have wild ramps. They grow everywhere. And a couple restaurants I worked with down in P-Town would buy the ramps, and we clean them. Then you boil them for 3 minutes, pull them out of the boiling water, put them into cold water, and then run them in a blender, and then mix that into butter and make ramp butter. I think the Crown and Anchor is one of the places that serves ramp butter with their bread. When I worked at Devon's, we did. There's a few restaurants that do. And ramp butter is actually very, very good. It's like an oniony. It's not as bitter as onions or have that sharp bite, but it's definitely an oniony butter. Chive butter is a compound butter.
Ooh, and we have loads of chives.
Yeah.
Actually, are you using those?
I'm gonna use these as decorations.
Okay.
So my little chive flowers. This year for some reason my nasturtiums just didn't grow. So instead of using nasturtiums, I've been using my chive flowers as my decorations on my plates. So just because it's something different, it's not something that everyone has, but it's still delicious.
They're tasty.
They're very, very good.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So it is a French thing.
Okay.
And they tell you that the reason for doing it is in the paper is because it seals in the steam. So you're actually steaming the food. And because it's such a small, compact package, the ingredients are combined very, very well with an intermingling of flavors.
So that's why we're doing it in parchment.
And it says make sure it's parchment paper, not wax paper.
Right. Because parchment paper, wax paper, the wax would melt, and it And it also allows some of the steam to escape. Parchment paper absorbs some of the moisture, which encapsulates it and it keeps the steam within the package and not mess up the flavors.
Oh, did you show them the Ocean State Job Lot pre-cuts?
No.
It's always good to show them again. The parchment paper.
Oh.
The pre-cut. Ocean State Job Lot.
So Ocean State Job Lot has these. And these are, we use these a lot actually. These are the exact size of most sheet pans.
Half sheet pan.
Yeah, it's a traditional half sheet pan. So these are perfect and they're $1. You can't go wrong with that. You can also get them, I think they have them at the Dollar Tree too. And they're also great, so if you're making a sandwich, you put your sandwich in the center, you can roll it up and take it with you. We use those, like if we're doing egg sandwiches in the morning and we're going on a trip or something, I'll make egg sandwiches and put them in this. And they also make a aluminum foil version. So like if you're doing something out on the grill, you want to do one potato, you don't have to like take out the whole aluminum foil roll and try to and all that stuff. You just pull out one sheet and blam, you're good. You just roll a potato. Make sure you stab the potato a couple times before you put it on the grill or it'll explode. I've had that happen. Also, here's a tip too. If you are going to grill a potato, to cut the time in half, stab the potato a couple times, pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and it cuts down half the time on cooking on the grill. Hey, Paul Finizzi.
Now, can you cook a potato entirely in the microwave?
Yes, you can cook a potato in the microwave entirely. You just want to make sure, in fact, on my microwave right here, there is a button for potato. You want to make sure you stab it so there's vent holes, otherwise it will explode in the microwave.
And it's not going to get rubbery?
It won't get rubbery. I tend to take it out when I see it's about to get done. I take it out 30 seconds before, just because I take it out, wrap it up, and let it steam for a minute or two after I take it out.
Okay.
Just because you don't want it to be completely cooked in here. If you wrap it up, the heat that's within itself will actually let it continue cooking.
Yep.
The residual heat. So that's our potato. Anything else?
Well, I was thinking also with the parchment paper, it's like the old campfire potatoes.
Yes.
You could do in foil, and they would get crispy, or you can do it in the parchment paper in the oven, and it's almost like the sliced scallop potatoes.
Yes. So Jerry's mom and dad, they do this camp sliced potatoes, and they're fantastic. They take aluminum foil, like these sheets that I just showed you, these little pop-up sheets, and they slice one potato into very thin slices. And they put some scallions on top, and then they add a few pats of butter and salt and pepper, and then wrap it all up and pop it on the grill. And they cook it for what? Maybe...
Well, on the grill, it's a little bit shorter. It's probably like maybe 15, 20 minutes.
At max.
Then you slice them. Or if you're at camp, you nestle it down in the coals.
Yep.
And let them cook in the coals.
And they come out flawless. They're like beautiful scallop potatoes.
Oh, so yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yeah. And it's the bottom gets all nice and crispy, and you peel them off, and they're delicious. I love them.
The best ones are the ones that stick to the foil.
Yep, because they're crunchy.
Crunchies on the edges. Yeah.
I love that. So, hey, Sue Ballard. My Friday nights have not been the same. Well, I'm back, honey. I brought the girls with me and my new earrings, and we're back. I'm so glad you're back too, honey. I've missed you. I've been in P-Town helping a friend for the last month, and it's been an interesting month. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Are you back home?
I am back home. I am back home in Maine, and having a great time. I'm happy to be back. We've got so many plants growing, and I haven't even been able to touch the drag room. There's so much stuff going on up there, but it's been an interesting week. I'm glad you're back, though. And I saw your pond this morning. You had a picture of your pond with all the steam coming off of it. It was beautiful. So what else is going on here? So thank you, honey. Thank you. I feel fabulous. I feel good to be home and rested, and I'm excited to pull together. I have my show coming up in September at the Post Office Cafe and Cabaret in P-Town, so I'm going to be working on that, and I'll be doing this every Friday and sewing some new stuff. This is actually something I didn't sew. I've had this for a while. It gives me a great waist and a butt.
Yeah.
And the girls. So,
and you can't go wrong with black.
right? So we've got 3 minutes left, and then I'm going to pull this out, and I'll show you exactly. And the thing with the steaming inside the parchment paper, too, is you can't really overcook the salmon. If you do 15 minutes, it comes out exactly perfect. The asparagus, like I said, you want to make sure you use those really skinny, thin asparagus. Otherwise, they won't cook all the way through. And that just won't be good. They'll be stringy and hard. If you use the ones that are like the size of your pinky, you want to use the really, really skinny ones.
Yeah. It's funny. It says on the thing I was looking at online for the cooking in Pappillote.
Yep.
It says, once cooked, these food-filled bags can be placed directly on a dinner plate where they are cut open for eating.
See?
It's both practical and a lovely way to add presentational flourish. Presentational flourish.
You know you need good presentational flourish. So I'm going to pop open my rice because I've got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, just show them how simple that is.
And literally, these things are so stupid. They're easy. I love these minute rices. Just pop them open, vent it. 90 seconds. Step clear. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Oh my God, you guys. So Jerry and I went to go to the store a couple weeks ago, and we came home, and in the backyard was a 4-point buck eating our hostas. And he was probably in the middle of the afternoon. He just nonchalantly wandered up and decided he was going to eat the hostas in the middle of the afternoon. I was like, good Lord, Becky, you're lucky the neighbors don't shoot you or something. It's Maine. But so we've had that, and we've had a bunch of female deers come through and stuff. And yesterday we saw those cute little baby deer. We were coming back from Jerry's parents. We went down to work at the woodlot. Hi, Nigel, I see you. Jerry, how's the weather? See, Nigel, he loves you. We were coming back from Jerry's parents. We had to go down and work at the woodlot. So for y'all who don't know, working at the woodlot is this. Jerry's brother owns this big, huge woodlot where they go down and they cut down trees so that his parents can...
Well, my whole family eats.
Well, yeah. His whole family heats their houses with wood. So they go and they cut down the trees. What the hell is going on here? Hey, lady! Bethany just popped on. Hey, girl! Look at these! Nigel. These are the new ones. Hi, sweetie. So, yeah, so we went down to the woodlot, and essentially, they've cut the logs into logs this long, and they're like this big around. And Jerry's dad drives the tractor down, and my butt has to load the tractor with the logs. Then we drive up the hill, and they need my big fat ass to sit on the back of the tractor to balance out the weight from the logs.
Counterweight!
Yeah, they picked the big girl to stand on the back of the tractor. You can pull into... Right? I'm getting HBO right now. So I balance the counter. I counterweight the tractor. Then we go to the top, and they have a log splitter, which Jerry's mom runs. So Jerry takes the logs off the tractor and puts them on the splitter, and then we load them into the truck. And then we have to fill the truck, and then drive the truck back to Jerry's parents' house and unload and set up the cords of wood. It's all very butch. And I told Jerry, I'm like, I want to do it one time dressed as this. Because I think that would be friggin' hysterical. I'm going to pull this out of the oven now. It's been exactly 15 minutes. Oh, Nigel, the rings, I got 2 rings with the earrings. $80! I love this. I love these people. They're awesome. All right, so this is what it looks like.
Do they have to rest in the pouch?
They don't, actually,
okay,
because it's done.
Cool.
The rice is done. The salmon is done. I'm going to give that a second. I'm going to just clear off this area, and then I'm going to grab 2 plates. You'll break a nail. No, I won't, honey. These things, I might break an earring.
No!
All right, so grab 2 plates. And I'm going to show you how to plate this up. So, we've got our rice. And like I said, this is the stupid easy minute rice. So we're just gonna grab a spoon. Actually, I'm gonna grab a fork. And just break it out. And this is gonna go on the bottom. So we're just gonna take half of this out for Jerry, the other half for me. Oops. And then I'm going to take and grab a spatula. The drawer's fighting back. I'm gonna turn this so you can see. Actually, I'm gonna bring it right down here so you can see everything. So I'm gonna take this. I'll have the overwhelming desire to right? So, like, if you were serving this at a dinner, you could just take this whole bag, drop it on a plate, and then open it up, and that would be beautiful. And you want to be careful when you're opening it because it is steaming hot. There we go. So I'm going to take this whole thing, slide my spatula underneath. Thank God for plastic nails. Ooh, I'm losing two. There we go. Place those down, and then slide this whole thing right off onto the rice. That, you can't get any easier than that. Same thing with this one. Tear the end off. Slide the spatula underneath. Like that. Pick the whole thing up, bring it over, slide it right on top of the rice. If you have any juices, you can always pour juices on after. And then take your, got my towel here, take your chive blossoms, pull them apart, and just scatter them beautifully on the plate like this. They're light purple against all this dark green and this yellow and this white. And it's beautiful, and they have a slight oniony taste, and that's all it really is. And I will show you in a second. So that's what the plates look like, and I will take a picture so you can see better. And that's it. That's how easy this whole dish is. And in a restaurant, this dish would cost probably an easy $29-30. At home, this whole thing, rice was $1, asparagus was $3, that's $4. The salmon, I think, was $12.99 a pound. We got half a pound, so that's $6. And then the lemon was $1. And oh, and the dill was like $2. For a fancy dinner for two, that's nothing. I mean,
that's under $20.
It's under $20. And look, it really is absolutely stunning. I can't count, she can. But it's really stunning and it's really delicious. And thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to take whatever liquid, just so you can see this real quick. I'll take whatever liquid is left over on this pan, this screaming hot pan. Drain off my parchment paper, put it in the sink with the trash. And then take all this extra butter and juice and just put this right over the top. There we go. That's usually what I do. And that's it. Turn off the oven. Dinner is done. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. That was a really quick one. Again, under 30 minutes. That's what we're going to try to do for the next month, is going to be under 30-minute dinners. And I'm going to try to do them so that they're super healthy. Where's my guinea? Oh, hold on.
Piggies!
We're going to see the guinea pigs.
Are they there?
Yeah. We need better lighting, though.
Patches.
Jared's got to turn on more lights. Get the flashlight, girl. Oh, here. I can't turn this on. I have this one. Oh, that one's not going to work. I can't use my nails.
Okay.
Here, turn this on.
Sure.
I'm going to turn...
Where are they?
They're hiding. Oh.
So there's Patches.
Oh, how do I turn this thing around? I need to... Right here. Boop.
Patches.
So Patches is hiding in here. That's Patches.
See his eyeball?
Yeah, I can see his eyeball. And then down here, Chad.
Chad, come here.
Come here, Chad. That's Chad. Chad's like, what's going on?
And Caramel's hiding.
And Caramel is behind Chad. He's way back there. There's Chad. Chad's like, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Do you have snacks? Do you have snacks? Chad's fantabulous. All Chad wants is snacks. I'm Patches right now. Girl, I hear that. Well, thank you guys for watching. So next week, we're going to do, again, oh, girl, wow. They really are big this week.
Send thoughts and suggestions.
Send thought suggestions. I'm going to try to do, again, another 30-minute or less meal. Something super classy like this that you can do on a date night.
But healthy.
But healthy. One more weekend in P-Town. No, lady. Not for a while. I need to detox my ass before I go back to P-Town. Completely detox. But thank you for thinking of me. I will see you guys next week. I love you. Please send good thoughts and have a great week. I will see you on Friday. I might do a hummus video because I made tahini today. So for those who didn't get to see earlier, it's pretty much all tahini is. You missed the parte. Yeah. I know. So pretty much all tahini is sesame seeds, some oil, and some salt. That's it. And I bought 5 containers of sesame seeds. I toasted them. I ground them down into a paste and then added some oil and then added some salt to them. So I made my homemade tahini, and I'll show you.
Go watch the video. My fish is getting cold.
Oh. Jerry said go watch the tahini video. His fish is getting cold. So this is the tahini I made today. Here, take your fish. Take your fish, bitch. She's complaining it's getting cold, but she's wandering around the house. And then tomorrow I'm going to make homemade hummus. So pop by, see me. You'll see me. I only have half an eyebrow because I chopped half of it off tonight to do these fabulous brand new eyebrows. And so I'll do that. All right. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching me. I love you all. And I will see you next week or tomorrow. Okay? Have a great week. Bye.